In this class, let us try to understand the nature of angiosperms and gymnosperms. These are often referred as higher plants. The plants which we generally see in our surroundings are mostly angiosperms. Gymnosperms are rather rare. They are mostly found in the Himalayan regions or in the South India, Western Ghats, high hilly areas, high mountain ranges there. These are highly evolved plant groups. And we compare with algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, highly evolved. Economically important. All the things that is food, clothing, wood, medicines, all we get from the gymnosperms and angiosperms. They grow into small plants just like wolfia, very small, to very tall plants like Sequoia. So, in every respect, these are important. So, therefore, another chapter is devoted for this. Gymnosperms. Let us see gymnosperms, commonly known as cycads, conifers. Cycads, conifers, coniferous forests we often hear. Name gymnosperms is derived from naked seeds. Naked, naked. They are not enclosed by pericarp, fruit wall. Seeds are not enclosed by pericarp or fruit wall. Fruits are absent. This is another major difference between gymnosperm and first difference. In gymnosperms, seeds are naked. Angiosperm seeds are enclosed by a fruit wall, pericarp. In gymnosperms, there is no fruit. In angiosperms, there is a fruit. Conifers, subtropical, cold areas. Temperate. Cycads are mostly cycads and nettles, another important group, nettle, tropical. Most grow into tall trees. Sequoia species are tallest trees, Gnetum, Ephedra, lianes. Usually roots make symbiotic association with other organisms. For example, in cycads, there will be a type of roots known as coralloid roots. In the cortex of those roots, blue-green algae will be there that fixes the nitrogen. Another symbiotic association in conifers, example Pinus, we can see mycorrhizal association, a symbiotic association between the plant root and a fungus. That is another fungal roots. These are also called mycorrhizal roots, are called fungal roots. Leaves simple, compound, maybe compound, pinnate, needle-like, and majority of the gymnosperms exhibit xerophytic characters. What are they? Thick cuticle on the surface of the leaves, sunken stomata, needle-like leaves. These three, thick cuticle, sunken stomata, needle-like leaves or thick leaves, these are xerophytic characters to reduce the transpiration. Gymnosperms are heterosporous, means the plant produces male cones, male gametangia, female gametangia. They are different. We can very easily differentiate. Therefore, they are heterosporous. Male, female cones. Male cones produce microsporophylls. Within the male cones, there will be microsporophylls, microsporangia, microspores. Here the reduction division will take place. Then pollen grains, male gametes, male nuclei. This is what happens about the male structures. Cones, microsporophylls, microsporangia, microspore mother cells, reduction division, microspores, germinate, give rise to male gametophyte or pollen grains within these male nuclei. Male and female cones on different plants, cycas. In cycas, usually in botanical gardens, you will see these. Male and female plants are different. Male female gametes on the same plant, Pinus, monoecious, dioecious, winged pollen grains to facilitate the air dispersal of the pollen grain. The pollen grains contains wing-like structures, light and wing-like structures, so they are very easily blown away by the wind currents. Female cone produces female megasporophylls, megasporangium ovule, nucellus, megaspore mother cell. One of the cells of the nucellus differentiates into megaspore mother cell. It undergoes reduction division here. Megaspore cell, female gametophyte, archegonium, egg or female gamete. Very reduced form of archegonium will be seen here. Very much reduced, not just like bryophytes and pteridophytes. Female gametophyte is retained within the megasporangium. Male gametes are dispersed. They are liberated from the plant. They are liberated from the male cones. But whereas the female gamete is retained within the ovule, within the archegonium. After fertilization, zygote develops into embryo, ovule into seed. So this is a cycas, a female plant. This is a male plant, male cone. You can see the compound leaves, unbranched structure, just like palm plants. Palms are different. Don't be confused with cycas and palm. Then this is a pinus, different parts, branch. This is male cone, microsporophyle, microsporangia towards abaxial site. Then pollen grains, I was telling you, wings are present, winged pollen grain. This is a female branch, female cone, megasporophyll. Here ovule, this is ovule, these are ovules. Here you can see this is ovule structure. So plant is same, cones are different, male cones are different, female cones are different. So this is a Gnetum. The Gnetum is very close to Angiosperms in many features. Here we can see the phloem, companion cells, medullary rays. So this is xylem. This is phloem, xylem again, xylem structure. Xylem will be almost similar to Angiosperms. So this is ovule. Then Angiosperms, highly evolved plant group. Very successful plants. You can see in variety of habitats. In desert habitats, in aquatic habitats, in plains, in high mountain ranges. Everywhere you can see seeds are enclosed inside the fruit wall. Pericarp, Angion means vessel, sperm means sheet. Male, female sex organs produced in specialized structures called flowers. Very large group of plants, diverse in habitat and habit. Different places, different forms, right from herbs, shrubs, trees, twiners, lianes. Economically important as food, fodder for cattle, for livestock, fiber, cotton, timber, medicine. Smallest angiosperm wolfia, aquatic plant that floats on the surface of the waters, very small. Free-floating hydrophyte. Tallest tree, eucalyptus, over 100 meters. Then the angiosperms are well differentiated again into two groups, dicotyledons, monocotyledons. Two cotyledons in the seed, single cotyledon. That is called scutellum. Reticulate venation in leaves, parallel venation. If you see a dicot leaf, monocot leaf, clearly venation will be different. Flowers are tetramerous or pentamerous means 5 petals, 5 sepals, 5 or multiples of 5 stamens, 5 carpels, penta. If 4 each, tetra. But here it is always trimerous, 3 each or multiples of 3. Again, important character. Root system, taproot system, fibrous root system, vascular bundles arranged ring-like. If you take the section of the stem, the vascular bundles are arranged around the pith in a ring-like structure. Here they are scattered. Pith present, pith absent. So, life cycle of flowering plants. Life cycle of a flowering plant. Look at here. This is plant, flower, stamens. This is bisexual flower. Male sex organs, female sex organs. Differentiation starts from here. Here, anthers. Here, ovule. Here, pollen grain formation, pollen germination. Then here, nucellus, megaspore mother cell, embryo sac. Then you have, the embryo sac structure. Then here you can see the fertilization process, zygote, embryo formation, embryogenesis. This is 2 cotyledons, seeds germinate, give rise to plants. So the importance here is up to here, it is diploid structures. Plant diploid, flowers diploid, stamens diploid, carpels or pistil diploid, anthers diploid, ovule diploid, but later on, meiosis divisions, these are haploid. Again, the diploid stage after fertilization, zygote formation begins here. So this is gametophytic phase. These are all sporophytic phase. So sporophytic phase is dominant. Gametophytic phase is short-lived in the life cycle. So same something shown here, sporophyte plant, anthers, ovary, anthers, microsporangium, microspores, gametophyte, microspore, pollen grains, male gametophyte, male gametes, and here ovary, megaspore mother cells, meiosis, embryo sac, egg, fertilization, zygote. So up to this is haploid phase, this is diploid phase, sporophytic phase, gametophytic phase. Life cycles and alternation of generations. Cells with n number of chromosomes or with one set of chromosomes are referred as haploid. With 2 sets diploid. Haploid cells undergo mitotic. Haploid cells never undergo meiotic division. But diploid cells may undergo mitotic divisions as well as meiotic division. I repeat, Haploid cells only mitotic, never undergo meiotic. Diploid cells both mitotic and meiotic. Gametes produced form gametes used and diploid zygote. Diploid cells undergo both mitotic and meiotic divisions. In the life cycle of plants, sexual reproduction, there are two phases, gametophytic phase and sporophytic phase 2N, which alternate with each other. Gametophytic phase produces sporophytic. Sporophytic phase produces gametophytic. Known as this alternation is alternation of generations. Three types of life cycles are seen: haplontic, diplontic, haplo-diplontic. Haplontic means dominant phase is gametophyte. The sporophytic phase is restricted to zygote, diploid. Many algae, volvox, spiral. Diplontic, quite opposite. Dominant phase, majority of the phases will be diploid. The gametophytic phase will be restricted to gametes, gametophytes, fucus. Haplo-Diplontic, equally distributed. Gametophytic and sporophytic phases in the life cycle are equally distributed. Bryophytes, pteridophytes. So this is haplontic. You can see this is gametophytic phase or haploid phase is dominant. Sporophytic phase, diploid phase is restricted to confined to zygote only. Therefore, it is haplontic life cycle. Diplontic phase, you can see diploid phase is dominant. Haploid phase is confined to gametes, gametophytes and gametes. Quite opposite to haplontic. Then third, haploid, diploid phases are almost equally distributed. Haplo-Diplontic life cycle. This is in we find in bryophytes and pteridophytes. So that is what we have studied. Gymnosperms, Angiosperm, their differences, main characteristics, differences between the dicots, monocots and the life cycles.